Hello friends, once again your favorite Dr. Swapnil Prabhulkar have come with the same tagline, simplicity at its best. Friends, I come with the videos to make scientific topics more and more simpler for you. Okay, many queries were coming from many people that sir please do some video on the use of nuclear energy. What exactly is the nuclear energy? So in today's video we are going to see what exactly is the nuclear energy, how it is produced, and I'm going to focus the today's video based on the energy, that is peaceful use of nuclear energy. Okay, for that I'm going to share the screen with you. Have drawn a block diagram. Block diagram makes us to understand the topics more and more simpler. Yes, friends, there are basically two types of nuclear reactors. First nuclear reactor can be research reactor, and second nuclear reactor can be the energy reactor. Yes, in today's video we are going to focus on the energy reactor only. Yes, for that I have drawn a block diagram. You can focus on the block diagram. This block diagram you'll find in this block diagram, you'll find that there are concentric cylinders present. You have first cylinder, you have second concentric cylinder, and third concentric cylinder. Yes, and there is something filled up. We are going to see each and everything what exactly happens inside this nuclear reactor. First of all, we are going to focus on the core of the reactor. Yes, core in the sense it is the central part of the reactor, it is the innermost part of the reactor. Inside the core of the reactor, you keep a nuclear fuel material. Yes, nuclear fuel is used in the form of uranium. Okay, uranium can be used as nuclear fuel. Now, what exactly happens in this nuclear reactor when you have this nuclear fuel? Yes, this nuclear fuel type of elements are bombarded with fast moving neutrons, and due to the bombardment of fast moving neutrons, what happens, this nucleus undergo fission. Fission means it literally breaks. Yes, it literally breaks. It emits out alpha particles, beta particles, gamma radiation, and the fission of this nucleus leads to neutrons, again secondary neutrons we can say. And in all you get three neutrons in the one fission cycle. Say if you are bombarding uranium with one neutron, fast moving neutron, you get three neutrons, one, two, and three. Now these fast moving three neutrons again are going to give you three neutrons. They again are going to give you three neutrons. Yes, they are going to give you three neutrons. Now you have got 3 into 3 into 3 neutrons, that means 9 neutrons. Again these 9 neutrons will hit on the next nucleus, they do the fission of the next nucleus, and you are going to get the another fission product. And because of this, what happens, tremendous amount of nuclear energy is released. Yes, there was a neutron binding energy present inside the nucleus, so the tremendous amount of nuclear energy is released. Now if we do not control this reaction, that is called as uncontrolled reaction, and that is converted into the bomb. But in today's video we are going to focus on the peaceful use of nuclear energy, so we are going to focus how to control this reaction also. Okay, so for this purpose you can again will go back to the core of the reactor. In this core of the reactor you can find some rods are inserted, and these are known as control rods. They are known as control rods. So what are these control rods made up of? They are made up of cadmium or hafnium. Yes. Why these metals are selected? Because they have high neutron absorption capacity. So what happens? The excess of two neutrons that are coming out in this fission reaction are absorbed by these control rods. Yes, and you can see that control rods I have drawn, they are not of same height. Yes, you can put the control rods if your reactor is going say towards supercritical stage, so we can put the rods and make the reactor stable, or make the reactor at the critical stage, which is the safer stage of reactor. Okay, critical stage is a safer stage of reactor. Subcritical stage means reactor has stopped. Critical stage means reactor is working, and supercritical stage means it is going to be uncontrolled. So to To avoid uncontrolled reaction, uncontrolled nuclear fission reaction, we use these control rods. Okay, so this reaction will give us, these control rods are definitely going to give us a, you can say, peaceful energy, nuclear energy. Once this energy is released, where this energy will go? This energy will come out in the form of heat. Now friends, what is there? You can find, now go to the next concentric cylinder, and I have written here that you have sodium metal filled in this cylinder. Now what is the role of this sodium metal? Sodium metal absorbs this heat energy that is coming from the core of the reactor. Yes, after absorption of the sodium, of the heat energy by the sodium, what is happened? This energy is dissipated with the simple water that is flowing through the next concentric, that is the outermost concentric cylinder of our reactor. Now one question comes in mind, that why sodium? Don't worry, I'm going to make this simple. Till then, subscribe the channel. Okay. Okay, so coming back to the question, why sodium is used? See friends, sodium gives us a range of temperatures. A range of temperatures, that means if you think of the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, the melting point of sodium is somewhat 97.8 degrees Celsius. Okay, so 97.8 degrees Celsius, at 97.8 degrees Celsius, that means before the boiling point of water, your sodium gets melted, and that molten sodium absorbs the energy that is coming from the reactor. Yes, the moment it absorbs the energy, the boiling point of sodium is somewhat 882.9 degrees Celsius. So it is very high. So you get huge range of temperatures to run between. Okay, just imagine your sodium metal that is heated at say 882 degrees Celsius and is dissipating. It is giving that energy to the water molecules which are going to boil at 100 degrees Celsius. Immediately the water, yes, if you see the entrance point of this water, immediately the water enters, it turns into the vapor, and because of this, what happens? This water goes in high pressure. Okay, goes with high pressure to outside of the reactor. Now this high pressurized water that is in the form of vapors is allowed to fall on the turbine. It's very simple. Yes, it is allowed to fall on the turbine. The turbine rotates. Yes, and these turbines are connected to the dynamos. Now rotation of turbines leads to rotation of dynamos, and dynamos are going to generate the electrical power, and this is how, friends, we get the peaceful nuclear energy. Yes, we get the electrical energy from the nuclear reactor, and it is obtained from the controlled chain reaction of fission of the radioactive nuclei. So friends, hope you have understood what exactly is happening inside the nuclear reactor, how it is simply arranged. No doubt it is a tedious process, but it is I have simplified this to understand what exactly happens inside the nuclear reactor. We have a core which has nuclear fuel that generates energy. Energy is dissipated to the sodium. Sodium dissipates that heat energy into the water, and water gets converted into vapor, and vapor rotates the turbine. Turbine rotates the dynamo, and dynamo generates the electrical energy. Okay friends, that's it. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe the channel for the next video.